So CBS Sports, This is from Cody Benjamin. He says, one thing we've learned about each team so far through 3 weeks. And he says, after 3 weeks, the Browns are the class of the AFC North. That can change, of course. But right now, they're balanced across the board, whereas the Ravens and Bengals are uneven, and the Steelers looked diminished. That sounds like a Bill Belichick thing. The Steelers looked diminished. Again, I guess it's fair. If you're saying now the Steelers or the Ravens rather are really beat up and have found a way to win some games and be competitive, and the Bengals I think are just young, and I think that offense could end up being really good.
I agree. I love the Bengals skill position players, and so much so that I've tried to make a fantasy trade in my fantasy league to get Jamar Chase from somebody. Yeah, you won't seem to trade him, will you, Dave?
No, I will not. You're not getting him, but that's okay. That's okay. My team was bad for a reason last year.
I do like their skill position talent in Cincinnati, and I think they're on their way, and they better be, or they're going to be looking for a new head coach. Dave, tell me what you think. I think the Steelers are a quarterback away from being the Steelers again. Because Ben Roethlisberger just doesn't. I mean, Ben's pushing 40. Just because Tom Brady can do it doesn't mean everybody else can.
Yeah.
And the elbow issue a year and a half ago or whatever it was, and he just doesn't look very good. And they have some really good weapons at wide receiver in Deontay Johnson and Juju Smith-Schuster and Chase Claypool. And I don't know that Ben can make the throws to make them the best guys they can be. They seem to be running a shorter passing offense, and you've got three guys there, especially I think Claypool and Schuster, who can really burn a team deep, and I don't know that Ben can really make that happen anymore.
Yeah, and the defense you saw without T.J. Watt last week wasn't nearly as intimidating as it is. He steps on the field and he makes a difference. He makes that defense. Yeah. He elevates everybody around him. So and you know what? I don't think they have that quarterback on their roster. They got to go try to find one, being the Steelers.
Yeah, I don't think it's Mason Rudolph. But do you think Dwayne Haskins can become that kind of a guy?
Maybe.
I mean, what do you have? 50 touchdowns and 4 interceptions or something at Ohio State. He was nuts in college in a big time offense, and he went to Washington and did some things that didn't work out very well. I wonder if he can become that guy for the Steelers. And if he can resemble what Washington thought they were drafting and what he showed at Ohio State, I think he could be. Think about what he did at Ohio State, and I know it's college, but if he can play quarterback like that with the Steelers, all of a sudden those wide receivers become a really big deal for them.
Yeah,
big deal.
He's got to get there in a hurry, though, because
he sure does.
The NFL will pass him by in a hurry. But it was certainly, you don't get drafted in the first round in the NFL if you don't have the potential to do that. Now the question is, are you gonna get to your potential?